Oh, okay. Is anyone eating at Carter's? Wow, a whole new audience for you. Look at that. Hey, a whole new set of customers. Okay. Who's from Birmingham? Okay, who's from Wolverhampton? Who's in the Midlands? All right, let's go a bit wider. Who's from the UK? Right, okay. So where's everyone from? Leeds? There you go. Anywhere else? Just Leeds? Bath? You missed Hal. Hal was on earlier. Hal Jones from Lucknow. You saw him? Fantastic. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I'm just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just been told that our internet's gone down. So we're just trying to reboot it, and someone's going to put 50p in the machine, and hopefully it'll work. Can you just check with Brad, that pan's on? I know he's cooking mussels, but does he want it left on, or can I take it off because it's on induction? Can someone ask Brad if I can take that pan off? Take it off, okay. Okay, sorry. There's a little hamster running around the wheel in the back. We're on a dial-up connection. 2.5 grand they charge us for internet here. 2.5 grand and it doesn't work. Yeah, okay, so thankfully someone's put 50p in the meter and we're back up on the internet. Okay, so give us 30 seconds and then we'll go. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. Okay, 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. Welcome to StaffCanteen Live. Welcome to our last chef of the day. Give us all a wave. You're on YouTube, you're on Facebook. Say hello to your mum. If you're skiving off work, don't, okay? Right, so to put this event on, before we welcome Brad on stage, to put this event on, we cannot do this without the massive support from these guys over here at UCB. Come on stage, guys. Where's Ian? Come on, Ian. So this is Ian. Ian's our home economist. Okay, Ian has the toughest job ever. You try getting 12 recipes out of chefs. Trust me. Okay, can you all, while they're here, put your hands together, please, for UCB College Birmingham. Okay, also, just before we welcome on stage, Cara, come on up. Lucy, come on up. Jen, sorry to interrupt you, come on up. So StaffCanteen's a massive vehicle, okay? And I get to do all the lovely bits. I go and film all these wonderful chefs and stand up here and do the same jokes over and over again. These guys make it happen, okay? The logistics of putting on StaffCanteen, 12 chefs, internet connections, blah, 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 blah. This doesn't happen. Please put your hands together for my team at the StaffCanteen, who make me look very, very good. And then last but by no means least, please put your hands together for Brad Carter.
In the middle.
Let's get a photo of all of them. Can someone do a photo for me? No, Lucy, I need you in it.
Come on.
Brilliant. One more time. UCB and my team at the StaffCanteen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Carter, good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Thank you for last night.
Yeah,
what an amazing. Yeah, I did.
You.
I did. I really did.
So it's great.
Orkney Scallop, Kel from Land and Sea. Talk us through what you're going to do, what we're using. Talk us through.
the dish is we serve it raw to show the scallop off. Every dish at our restaurant is ingredient led, so every component begins with one amazing thing. This dish being these amazing scallops from really North Scotland, Orkney Isles. Also in the dish, we make a stock out of the mussels. Today we aren't going to use the mussels, but if I was in the restaurant, I'd use the mussels for the snacks or something like that, because we can't afford to throw mussels in the bin. And we're going to open them, slice them raw, just to show how perfectly fresh they are. Because if we were to have scallops on the menu at Carter's, we would buy them in like every other day because of the supply chain, and we'd open them, serve them to whatever customers are coming in, and that'd be the end of each batch. Also, what I'm going to put with it is these are some grains, which is spelt and barley. We sometimes mix another one in called kamut, but I couldn't get a hold of any of that. So these are right, really nice flavour anyway. And then what we do with that, we're going to make a little bright green, hopefully, kale sauce with the kale from the land, and blend it, add some lemon juice to it, and then what we do is mix that into the grains. The actual serving is quite a room temperature dish. Also, this seasonal treat from one of my favourite suppliers over there, Will. This is sea kale, so it's been what's amazing about it, there's a lot of juice in the stem, so if you use it, it helps with to clean up the flavour of the dish, gives you a little touch of acidity, but the juice in it is really sweet, so it goes really well with the scallop and really well with the mussel sauce. And also the way Will grows it, they grow it in the dark, so it grows a little bit like rhubarb on a smaller scale, so it shoots for the light. And he was saying the other day how he can grow it in 2 days to like. I prefer this larger version, which is a little bit more grown, and he also does one which is a little bit smaller. Can you send that round to everyone? This is like I always ask, we do a lot of product work with Will about what's great, how long the shelf life is, what it tastes like, how we can integrate it into the menu. But this is one of my favourite things that they produce, and it's always this time of year, and it tends to be at the same time as this kale, so I kind of like to team them together, which is a natural thing to do. So I asked Sophia if she'd ever opened a scallop, and she said no. So I said the best time to learn is in front of all these people. So you're going to open the scallop. So yeah, don't be afraid. They don't know what mistakes are. So what in the restaurant, obviously we'd open the scallops in advance, clean them all up, take the roes off, which are these. We're not going to use the roe on the dish, but I bought it just to show how amazing this byproduct is that you get from a scallop. We would dehydrate these, and then we could use them in many forms throughout the menu. So we also dehydrate the frills, and we keep them because they're in Japanese cooking, they use them a lot to thicken stocks. So what we do is wash them a lot, because there's a lot of it's almost like a seaweedy type thickener. So if we add a couple of them to like a dashi, if we want to get a thicker, more bodied dashi, we tend to keep everything that we buy and use the whole beast. Tell whatever it is, vegetables, fish, meat. We use absolutely everything in the restaurant, and try and integrate it through the menu because it gives us loads of scope. It's also with it came from the old days when I first opened the restaurant. To be honest, we couldn't really afford like luxuries like scallops and stuff like that. So using vegetables and saving the skins is what kept us open basically. Because when it was just me and my sous chef, and there was 6 people booked on a Thursday, I couldn't buy scallops, So while Sophia's opening the scallop, what I do, I've bought everything in stages, but I'm just going to show you the kind of thing that we do. So with the mussels, after you've just given them a wash, this is to make the sauce. We just traditionally cooking the mussels with a touch of wine, and just steaming them open. Just in a traditional way, so a couple of minutes. what I'll do is the wine will help add flavour and release some of the mussel juice, and then what we'll do is pass the stock off, and we're left with a mussel stock that we're gonna finish with the squid ink, which I bought in a token scallop shell, which is a little. We got these amazing a little Queenie scallops on at the restaurant at the moment. You had them last night, didn't you? So yeah, we just traditionally steam that, pass off the liquor, and then finish that. How are you getting on with that? Yeah, it's great. That's all right.
So Brad, you mentioned that times are tight, like they always are when you open a restaurant.
Yeah.
How long have you been open now?
Just 6 years. Just turned in November, so we opened in 2010. Yeah, it was at the start. Obviously, I didn't have a profile or anything like that, but the whole point, my restaurant's always been business focused. So I always wanted to.
Has anyone got a cloth?
Create.
Just wipe his hands. Cloth.
I always wanted to create a restaurant that I could work into and create a living for myself, rather than going for awards and status and stuff like that. It was always, I got into my head when I was 23, I wanted to get a restaurant by the time I was 30, so that was my goal basically. Everything else has come greatly along for the ride basically.
And 6 years on, are you where is Carter's what you envisaged it would be when you opened?
It's gone far beyond what I expected.
Wow, amazing.
Which is like, I didn't like I said, me and Holly opened it to be, it's our restaurant, to have a life. We love our industry, we love working in it, so we got the opportunity to get our own restaurant and enjoy our work and work for ourselves, which is what we always wanted to do. So yeah, what I do is in the restaurant, I pass off the mussels, create the stock, which is, I'll show you.
You'll smell that.
That's the actual liquor that comes out of the mussels, but it's pure mussel juice, where we've only had a little bit of wine to create and help with the steaming of the actual mussel itself. So what we do with that, we would add some of the squid ink. We normally add, for 100 grams of mussel stock, we would add about 5 to 10 grams of squid ink. Boil that out, reduce it by about 1/3, and then also right at the end we'd season it with some reduced white wine. This is a great way of adding acidity to dishes and also a really winey flavour. So if any of you chefs, you add lemon, it tastes of lemon, whereas this, it gives you like a really nice, somewhere in between, like a sweet vinegar kind of flavour. We use this quite a lot at the restaurant, so anything that Alex doesn't want to give to the customers, he gives to me, and then we reduce all the wine and then concentrate the flavour and have a little bottle, and throughout the service we can use that to, it's great in like grain dishes and stuff, because you can really add you just touch, it's like just the right amount of acidity, but without, compromising the consistency or anything like that. So that's what we do with the mussel sauce. We'd add the squid ink, some of the reduced white wine, obviously check the seasoning and the consistency, but because of the squid inks as well, being like a high protein, you get a really nice glaze and like sheen to the finished sauce. So what I do, reduce it there. It takes a little bit longer than we've got, so I've actually made one in advance.
Is that all right for people to taste that?
Yeah, it's fine to taste. I'd just normally take it a little bit further. I can reduce it while we're talking anyway, so we can
yeah, okay.
Try this
and then
one.
what we'll do is we'll get some of the students to take it around and
yeah,
people can have a taste. As I said earlier, okay, it's shellfish, all right? If you have an allergy, please avoid it.
How is it? Yeah, so Sophia's just slicing the scallop like a sushi master. Like she said, she'd never done it before, but I think she's lying. One of the other finishing components of the dish is we do these scallop chips, which what we do is we get 3 scallops together, freeze them, so they create they're like a cylinder, but they're still 3 individual scallops. So we've got them, and then we freeze them, and then we slice them on the meat slicer to about a quarter to a half an inch thick, and then we just dehydrate them for 3 hours. 60 degrees, so it's just completely like raw scallop, dehydrated. So what the drying does is obviously turns them into chips, but also caramelizes, concentrates the sugars in the actual scallop, so you get a really nice like colour. So it's all the natural sweetness in the scallop that turns it that colour. So they're really nice. I've done this before just with the sauce and the chips and the grains as a little. If I've had any regular customers in that have never tried it, I'll just sort of do a little version of the dish while they're doing that. This should be good. Ooh. What you supposed to do when you got a mic there?
So, Brad, Carter's. What we asked the audience, has anyone been? And nobody has, so you've got a great opportunity to convert these guys. How would you describe now Carter's and Moseley?
Me? It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. You need to come. If you haven't been, you need to come. No, it's like I was saying earlier about our ethos is we concentrate on the British Isles. That's our big concentration of the ingredients, the sourcing. I spend a lot of my time researching like new products from the UK. I'm heavily influenced by Japanese cuisine just from my own interests. I love all their techniques, and there is a crossover in what the Japanese do and what we do at the restaurant in its purism. So there's not a lot of things, you know, on the plate. No, not a lot of plating up, not 80 components. It's all about the product first, and then we try not to mess with it. We just buy the best, and there is a bit of crossover. So I got really into that, and then now there's a lot of influences from Japanese cuisine. Like I've actually got this is my like party store. I've bought this cookbook that's about that thick, and it's completely in Japanese. And I spend in my time that I allocate is I spend 2 hours a month decoding it on Google from Japanese. So I reckon one more year and I'll be able to speak Japanese as well. So that'll be even better. Do you want to open this one as well? So yeah, Sophia's opened all the scallop up. What we do, we just have them at room temperature. So whatever position there was on the menu, we would probably get the scallops out, slice them, just about a couple of minutes, about 10 minutes before you're going to eat them. Leave them at room temperature, just so they got time to lose their fridge temp, and they're going to taste and be a lot nicer.
Sophia's just, we've got one of the students, they're going to bring around that mussel cooking liquor and the squid ink reduction. So you can have a little taste of that. As I say, all joking aside, it is shellfish, okay? Don't eat it if you've got an allergy.
One of the other components, the kale sauce, what we do to make that is we just drop the kale in boiling salted water, cook it for 2 minutes, and then while it's hot, we put it into the blender, blend it, add some of the cooking water, but only a little bit, and then we blend it to like it's literally just kale and water. It's like I sometimes use it in my morning shake. It's literally just really good for you. And it's a great way of what we do also. Sorry, when we blended it, is we cool it down over a bath of ice, like instantaneously. So one chef will stand there for like 10 minutes, making sure it's ice cold, so we can really trap that vibrant green colour. You're all right. You got it. So we'd obviously get the scallops out, season them up. One of the components with the grains, we would what I do is if I cook the grains to be served like cold like this, I'd cook them individually. So each grain takes a different time to cook. So the barley I'd cook in its own water, the spelt I'd cook in its own water, and then they take about 25 to 30 minutes to cook. And then we drain them. Before we cook them, we wash them to remove the starch about 3 or 4 times, and then we drain them and then rinse them in cold water so that the grains are loose. What that enables is us to use the grains in a different way, and they're not sticking together and feel stodgy like rice can sometimes be. So with the grains, to order for the guest, we'd put it into the bowl, add some of the cow sauce. So you're adding the cow flavour to the grains. And then we'd season it with a bit of lemon juice. One of my sous chefs bought me this amazing little lemon. You juice it and then it's got a little spray on it, and I absolutely love it. I said to him, I'm going to take my lemon sprayer and use it on stage today, and he was like, oh, thanks, chef, it's amazing. Yeah, so I season it with a little bit of lemon. Actually, these are really good for, we use it on we do a monkfish dish with this on at the moment, and instead of, like I was saying about adding a little bit of acidity to a dish, you can just spray it and it's just enough to coat. You're not dipping it in a pickle, or you're not adding too much acidity to it, because that can be the danger. You know, you pickle cucumber and then pick it up, put it on a plate, and then all the vinegar's on there. So sprayers are like a really handy tool for us. Yep. So, like I said, add the cow sauce after we blended it. That's that. You're a master. I'll get you to come down out in the scallops now. We've got 130 coming in on Friday. They're going to need a hand. Yeah, so the grains set aside there. Also, the sauce that you've been sending around, this is the finished version. So what's in there is everything that I showed you on the mussels with the liquor. What we do is we put it out, and then what we do is split it with it's an oil that we make out of seaweed. So based on a lot of our products and what we buy, we work with a couple of foragers that work just for the restaurant. A lot of the thing is with the wild stuff, it's come very fashionable. A lot of people are using it. There's a lot of it, in my opinion, is not very nice, but a lot of it, some of it is sensational, and you can't get anything near it. And English seaweed is one of them. We use so much seaweed at the restaurant. We're actually doing a dessert out of it at the moment that Mark would have had last night. And we tend to buy the seaweed in bulk, use it fresh, and then dehydrate it so we can use it through the season as well. Because the season on seaweed in England is very short and very changes quite a lot. So it's almost like, it's not like spring, summer, autumn, winter. There'll be some, then there'll be none, then there'll be loads, then there'll be none. So it's just about, we communicate with the suppliers every day, and I speak about what's going to be coming up, whatnot. So this we make with dulse. So we cook the dulse, blend it in the Thermomix blender, and with grapeseed oil, and it just get all this flavour of seaweed going into it. So that into the finished squid sauce to serve it. We
had seaweed ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good when you see some people's face and you like explain that it's seaweed ice cream. And
it was really good.
Are you mad? Especially there, yeah.
No, it was really good.
So yeah, we'd split the squid ink sauce with the
Have
seaweed.
Have you all tried that in the audience, the sauce? Yeah. How was it? Good? Is the correct answer?
Yeah, thank you. This one's better because I made it at the restaurant. With the sea kale, I tend not to trim a lot because the stem is so nice. Will's there as well. It's got so much flavour. So, like, just because it looks unattractive doesn't mean you can't use it. So what we would do, we'd keep that, and that'd go probably onto the vegetarian menu where we'd dice it, refine it a little bit. We never waste anything. So we'd look at that, we'd try it, and we're like, we can't throw that away. It's too tasty. So we'd trim something like that for the main menu, and then utilise that in another way, because it's so nice. And just because it doesn't look as pretty as that doesn't mean it doesn't taste as good. With the sea kale, you can eat it raw. It is delicious raw, but for this dish, we tend to just dip it in like boiling hot water, take it out, and that's just to show it some heat, take a little bit of the rawness away, just for this dish.
So how long has this been on the menu, Brad?
This one's not actually on the menu, but it is gonna go on next because we've got the sea cal on with the monkfish at the moment. But I've done this dish a couple of times, and yeah, it's we always work on the fact that when we get scallops, we try and really like use them and make sure we get a dish, put them on with some components like this that have just come into season that we can use for a little while and get the customers to enjoy it and try something new, and that's the idea. So yeah, literally I just like to dip it in hot water, take it out, just to take that raw flavour away. So you want to try it? You ever tried it before?
You mentioned your profile earlier, and obviously lots of us have seen you now on Saturday Kitchen. How was that for you, and did it add business to the restaurant?
Yeah, I think so. When I went on, Al sat next to the laptop and the phone, and it was a bit of a hotline. So yeah, it's pretty good for like the restaurant, and it's a bit, it's surreal to like being a chef in a kitchen, and then all of a sudden you're in a TV studio, and people are like, "Hello, it's 6 a.m. and you're normally like just gone to bed at 6 a.m. So you get there and they're like, "Oh, come on, do you want a bacon sandwich?" And I'm like, "No, I don't," But yeah, it's really good fun, and everyone's like crazy, and you can tell they do it day in, day out. But yeah, it was great. I loved it, and like hopefully, I think the bosses kind of like me, so that was a brownie. So hopefully, I get back on. But yeah, I was saying I did the Good Food show recently. There was 3,000 people sitting there, and I kind of looked out and I was like, "Oh wow." Wow, better be good on this. And Glyn was hosting, so he was on the wind-up all day. So he's trying to knock us off our camber, basically.
Hello, if you're watching, Glyn.
I hope he is. Yeah, so the dish is pretty much all the components are there now. Obviously, if anyone wants to know any ins and outs of it at the end, or I can talk you through how we do things, and also I've actually got sent the recipe in, so you can go and pick it up. So what I'd do to build it up, I'd start with the nicest fattest pieces of scallops.
Which plate do you want to do it on, chef? That one or that one? It's up to you.
I'm gonna do two.
Okay.
One to taste, one for out the back.
Can I put?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Thank
we'd
you.
start. We tend to like at our restaurant we give a nice little break between each course. We just make sure that when I'm on the pass and at the restaurant, I plate up pretty much everything, and we do it in. We've only got 30 covers, so I do it in 2 people, 4 people. I don't try not to multiply what we do, so I take my time and make sure everything's got its special care and attention. So we'd start off with the scallops.
Man of my ears.
Right?
It's got to go that way. Yeah.
We'll do one so you can come up and try it as well. So see how nice the scallops are. Like I said, like for me, like I've tried a few different scallops, but these ones are just absolutely unbelievable. I don't know where it must be where they're from, the waters, and I've heard some really good stories about the fishermen who actually look after them. They sit there drinking whiskey all day and smoking cigars, and then send a diver down to get. They just sound like my kind of people, to be honest. What we do with this, do you want to have a go? Yeah. So we put this one in the middle, like this. Do you reckon you could do the next one? I really like getting like youngsters involved.
Why don't we move that plate over that side, and then Sophia can do one over that side?
Yeah,
how's that?
Absolutely. So you can copy me.
Master Chef styly.
Yeah. So you can little bit of sauce in the middle. As you can see, the scallops, the split dressing, which is the seaweed and the squid ink, and then what I do is I like to put on the grains on top of each scallop. So a little bit on each. And then the amazing sea kale from Westlands. Did Did everybody try this when it went round like in its raw state? I think it's ace. I think it's ace, Will. Keep it coming. Yeah, so if you, just exactly like that. I really like to get young people involved because obviously
that's really important.
we,
yeah.
you know, I ain't going to be here forever. It's a young man's game. And then to finish the dish, these are like really like fish, like little fishy crisps. They're absolutely amazing. And then I'm not too shy with these because I just love the texture and how they add a different dimension. So if you want to copy that. Yep. Looks nice. Is that? Yeah, so it's raw Orkney scallops. We've dehydrated some as well into chips. Cow grains, land and sea with the sea cow, mussel sauce and seaweed oil.
Okay, just hold your clapping for 1 second, okay? Have we got the guys from Solent Creative here? Okay, guys, can you quickly come up on stage? Sorry. So, over the last 3 days, we've had Solent Creative here. So, they're a team from Solent University. They've been responsible for the output. So, as I said, the last time I checked, we've reached about 115,000 people on YouTube, on Facebook alone. I haven't checked YouTube yet.
Nice.
So,
thank you. Have you got
where's James?
Your phone so you can take a photo of it?
Is he coming? Quick.
Not me.
Quick. So before we say thanks to Brad. James, where are you?
Yeah, good here.
Guys, these guys have been amazing. They've worked really, really hard over the last 3 days. Before you say thank you to Brad, put your hands together for Solent Creative. Solent Productions, sorry. They're another company, Solent Creative. We never use them. Solent Productions. And of course, put your hands together, please, Mr. Brad Carter.
Thank you.
Okay, so anyone got any questions for Brad? Don't be shy. Anyone got any questions? Got a question, Will? Yes, young lady. So if you can introduce yourself and then ask Brad the question.
I'm Abby from New College Telford. I was wondering, what's your favourite fish to work with?
Fish?
Yeah.
Scallops is definitely up there. Mackerel. It's so versatile. You can grill it on the bone on a barbecue. You can take the fillets off and cook. It's the ultimate fast food. You can cook a fillet of mackerel quicker than you can turn on a microwave. That's what I always say to everyone. And like, it's really tasty, really meaty. As long as you buy it really fresh. Get down the market early. Take some cash because they love cash in the market. And get yourself a nice mackerel. That's by far my favourite. We serve it on pretty much every menu at the restaurant.
Okay, does that answer your question? Did you have a question, sir? Yeah, just 2 seconds then. I'll come over with the mic. Hold on.
Right, mate.
So if you can introduce yourself and then ask Brad the question.
Yeah, Russell. Yeah, Thermomix. You use it a lot in your kitchen, and why ain't they using it on Saturday Kitchen? It sits there, and I'm an advisor for them, and I'm.
Nice plug. Yeah. Nice plug.
Yeah, and I just want to know what they're using it for.
I use the Thermomix on Saturday Kitchen. Yeah, they've got one.
Thanks for hijacking the stage. Okay, anyone got a question where they don't want to plug a product that we're not using? Thanks. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Davey from Hammersmith College.
Hi, mate.
I'd like to know, what's your favourite dish to cook?
The what, sorry?
Favourite dish.
Dish. Beef Wellington. Number one. It's the ultimate. It covers everything. You get meat, protein, veg, pastry, and you add some sauce, you've got everything. You can literally like eat that, drink one bottle of wine out of the bottle like that, and you're in business.
Thank you.
Yes, so I saw a hand go in the air. Thank you for that. It was a great question. Okay, so if you can introduce yourself to Brad and then ask him the question.
I'm Olivia from University College Birmingham. Just wondering, what's the maximum amount of ingredients you'll use on like one dish?
One dish. We tend to stick to a 3 or 4, 5 max. This one's there's a little bit more, but it's a repetitive ingredient. So sometimes you might want to really pump in some flavour by using a scallop in 3 forms. but we'll only ever try and stick to we don't complicate the dish by adding, you know, beetroot, kale, loads of different ingredients. We always try and push the flavour through with 1, 2 or 3. So yeah, we try and stick to it's called the magic 3, because if you concentrate on flavour more than presentation, your food's always going to be better.
That was an excellent question. Well done. Time for one more question. Anyone got a question while I'm down here? Speak now. No, we're not doing another Thermomix plug. Anyone else? No? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing 3 days. I'm so glad this gentleman closed the show for us. Put your hands together for the amazing Brad Carter.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been an amazing 3 days, 12 amazing chefs. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the Solent team. Thank you to the team from the StaffCanteen. Thank you to Ian. Thank you to UCB. Thank God. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, so we're going to get a photo with Brad and Sophia here, who did an amazing job. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Sophia from UCB. Put your hands together. My apologies. I think there's going to be a job offer coming out very shortly. Yeah. Yeah. No worries, Will. We'll sort you. Don't worry. So, Cara, have we got the one that we need? Okay. If anyone wants to try that, go ahead.